Hello everyone, Mas Batyo here and welcome to the second chapter of creating hand-painted textile terrain or level for games, probably. So in this second chapter, we are going to create the asset for those levels, and first thing we're going to create is a simple low poly house. First thing we need to create the house is a foundation for those house, and to do that we simply going to make a cube. Then hit tab to enter the edit mode, press Z and hit 1, then hit enter. It's basically to make this cube sit along the ground plane here. Okay. Now move to the face select tool and select the stop face. Bring down to somewhere like so, and we also going to select the bottom face. Then hit X and choose delete face because we're not going to see this and we don't need them. Right. Now exit the edit mode, and we want to apply the material on this right away, and to do that we're going to simply just go to this material tab here and hit new, and we also want to rename this to a stone tile and hit enter. Okay, and we also need to decrease the specular intensity down all the way to 0 and go to this material tab in this texture tab here, this red and white checker box. Click that and hit new. Then we want to upload our stone tile texture. Notice that I have all the texture that I already made in this first chapter in this series, and if you want to see how to create the tileable texture, just go to that video and I'm going to put the link on the description. Now I'm going to select this stone tile here, hit open, and now we want to see the material, and to do that we're going to go to this, check this viewport setting here, click that, and we're going to change from solid to material, and we cannot see the material because we're going to need a light for this. To create a light, just hit shift A and choose lamp, then choose hemi, and we still not see the material or the texture for this because we need to unwrap this. And to unwrap, you simply hit tab to enter the edit mode and choose this edge select tool and select this edge, this edge, this edge, and also this edge. Now go to the setting and UVs, click that, and in the unwrap, before that we need to select all of this face by simply hit A and A again to select all and hit unwrap. Now we can see the texture, but the tile is still too big and we need to fix that. So go to the right top corner here, we see this tiny triangle, and click and hold that and drag to the center of the screen, and we want to change the 3D view here. Click that and change to UV image editor. As you can see, uh, sorry, I made a mistake. We not properly unwrap yet. So we go back to the edge selector here, click that, and we go back to select our edge here, select that, that, and that. What we need to do first is check mark seam, this one. Okay, now hit A to select all, then we check unwrap. Okay, now it's unwrapping properly. Now go to this icon here, cross image to link it, and just click that and choose our rock texture. We also need to rotate this by pressing R and position somewhere like so, and because this is a tileable texture, we're just going to scale this up something like so, and great. Now after you happy with the result, hit tab to enter to exit the edit mode, and what we need to do next is creating the post for this house. Now just create a cube, And just like before, hit tab to enter the edit mode and press G, Z and 1, then hit enter. And we're also going to straight away unwrap this. Go to this edge select tool and select some of these edges. Wait, to see it a little better, we need to change this to solid view. Okay, select this edge and this edge, and select one of these edges, this edge, this edge, and this edge, and remove the rest. Now, just like before, we hit mark seam, and we also need to hit unwrap and check unwrap. Tap to exit the edit mode, and probably we also going to straight away put in a material for this, and go to this material tab here, hit new, and decrease the specular intensity down to 0. And also we're going to rename this wood, because we're going to need a because we're going to create a wood post for the house. Okay, after you've done that, go to this red and white checker box here, click that, hit new and hit open, and we're going to load our wood texture here. Great. Now to see this texture, we go back to the material viewport setting, and we also did not see our wood texture. Hit tab again to enter the edit mode, and A to select all. Then we're going to choose hit unwrap and unwrap. Okay. Now we're also going to position this here, but maybe we don't do that just yet. Just hit tab to exit the edit mode, and we're going to scale this cube down, something like so, and bring this up and position this so that it will stand like a post that it should be. Yes. Now press S to scale this up along the z-axis like so, and probably scale this down a little bit like so, and scale again on the z-axis like so. Okay, right, well, now we need to create 4 of these, and to do that we simply just hit shift D to make a duplicate and position this somewhere like so, and select both of these by holding shift and click this one, click and shift and click this one, and now we're going to duplicate this by pressing shift D and drag this somewhere like so. Okay, now we're going to need a roof for this house. For this, yes, we're going to create another cube by pressing shift A and create a cube. And this time we don't need to position this, we're just going to need to scale this along the s-axis by pressing the z-axis by pressing S and then press Z, scale this down like so, and probably bring this up so that it go to the top of this post. Maybe scale this down a little bit, something like so. Then go to the front view, hit 1 and 5, go to the front orthographic view. Now we need to rotate this a 45 degree along the y-axis by pressing R, Y, and hit 45. Now I position this somewhere like there and bring this up a little bit. Okay, and probably we scale this on the y-axis a little bit like so. Now we need to shape this roof. Hit tab to enter the edit mode, and we're going to make a loop cut by pressing Ctrl R here. Make a loop cut there, click and right click, then go to the front view by pressing 1 and press G to grab and position this like so. Also we're going to make another loop cut, press Ctrl R, click and position this somewhere like so, and click again Then go to the front view by pressing 1 and G to grab, and maybe we're going to position this like so, maybe rotate a little bit. Also we're going to select this side roof, maybe not, that is just fine, and hit tab to exit this edit mode and position this roof again, something like so. And now we also need to apply material on this roof right away. Go back to this material tab here, click that and hit new, and also bring the specular intensity down to 0, and go to this texture editor here, click that and hit new, hit open and choose our roof texture. I'm going to choose this roof and hit open image, and we don't see the texture because we not unwrapped this yet. Now just like before, hit tab, and for this I'm going to go to this solid view here and select this edge and this edge, just the corner edge, this edge and this edge, and also by holding Alt and Shift, right click on this edge, this edge, this, and also this one. Now I can hit the mark sim and hit A and A to select all, then hit unwrap. Okay, this just give us a warning there. Now go and separate our screen again and change to the UV image editor, and notice that our unwrap is all over the place and create some problem here. To fix that, we just need to hit tab to exit the edit mode and go to this object here, click that and choose apply, and then apply rotation and scale. Okay, after we done that, hit tab again to enter the edit mode. Now we go and unwrap this again. Now this is unwrapping correctly, and we're going to choose this one, click this, what is this, UV selection and display mode. Yeah, choose this one, click that, set this aside and click this and press G to grab and position this somewhere. And we also need to see what we are doing by changing this view from solid to material. And we're also going to load our roof texture. Now with this selected, you're going to scale this up somewhere like so. Probably that is fine, and click. Now we're also going to select this one. This is the bottom face here, and we're going to scale this down very tiny. Press G to grab and position this somewhere dark there. Okay, now we can set this aside and hit tab to exit the edit mode. Now we're going to need the other roof, and to do that we're going to make a duplicate of this by pressing Shift D to make a duplicate. Then with this selected, just hit S, then X and -1, hit enter. Okay, now position this somewhere like so. To view this a little better, go to the front view and try position this again. Okay, now after we done our roof, we need the release plank. I think I don't know what to say in English, and let me show you. Hit tab and we're going to choose this one. Go to the face select here and select this face and this face, and hit P to separate selection and hit tab to exit the edit mode. and we're going to choose this. Now we have this as a separate selection. Okay, put that there, and we're going to hit tab again and going to select A to select all and position this on this tiny dot yellow here. Maybe you can't see that, or you can see. Anyway, position that somewhere like so. Then we're going to press E to extrude this to make some depth in it, something like so, and hit tab. And we also going to change this material to a wood material, just simply by selecting this here, and we're going to hit the negative icon here, click that, and we're going to, in this new, choose this ball here, the circle icon here, material icon here, click that and choose wood. Now we can position this somewhere like so, and probably scale this up a little bit. Oops, right click, cancel that. We're going to hold Alt and then S. No, that is, oh, we need to go to the edit mode, press tab and hit AA to select all, and then we're going to hit Alt and S. Now hit tab to exit the edit mode and probably scale this down along the y-axis a little bit, somewhere like so. And we're also going to duplicate this, and what am I saying? Okay, just duplicate this by pressing Shift D and click, then hit S, X and -1, and go to the front view and position this somewhere like so. Okay, we're also going to duplicate this and put this also in the back by pressing Shift D and right click, bring this to back somewhere like there. That is okay. Now we need the something for the roof here. You're going to select one of these posts and duplicate this, bring this up a little bit, something like so, and rotate this 90 degrees along the x-axis by pressing R and then press X, then press 9 and 0, hit enter. And we're also going to rotate this 45 degrees on the y-axis here, press R, then press 4, then 5, oops, sorry, press R, then press Y, then press 4, then 5. Okay, now go to the front view and position this here and scale this up. Okay, then go to the side view by pressing 3 and also position this somewhere like so. Then scale this down along the y-axis by pressing S, then Y. Okay, now we need to create a wall for this house. Let's do that by creating a plane, simply by, actually no, we create another, yes, a cube. Shift A, then create cube, and it's not in the right position. Going to fix that. First we need to change this 3D cursor view to the center by pressing Shift S, then choose cursor to center. Now select this cube and press Shift S again and selection to cursor. Okay, hit tab to enter the edit mode and press G just like before and hit Z, then press 1, hit enter. Okay, hit tab to exit the edit mode and scale this down a little bit, something like so, and bring this up something like so. Okay, Now hit tab to enter the edit mode and choose this face selector here. Click that and choose the top face. Then hit X and delete face. We don't need that and we're not going to see it anyway. We also select our bottom face here and delete that also. Next thing we do is make a loop cut on this front view here. Control R to make a loop cut, click and then right click. Also we're going to need to make a loop cut on this side also. Control R, click and right click. Then change to this vertex selector and select these two top 8 vertex here. Go to the front view and drag this up like so. Maybe go to the edge selector here and select this edge and this edge. Go to the front view and drag this up also. Now next thing we're going to do is fixing our post there. Select these two posts, position this something like so, and okay, now we need also a material for this wall. Just hit the wall, click that and press tab to enter the edit mode, and on the edge selector here we're going to select the corner edge for this edge, this edge, also this edge. We now see it. Go press G to go to the wireframe mode just to so that we can see a little better. Also this edge. Then in this UV mapping we're going to mark seam to make a seam, then hit A to select all. We're going to unwrap this tab and press Z again to go to the solid view. We also need to fix the post on this side. Select that, hold shift and select that. Bring this somewhat like so. And now go to this viewport setting here, choose material and select the wall. Then we're going to apply material on this wall. To do that is simply pressing new on this material tab, hit new, and we're going to name this wall. Hit enter. We're also going to decrease the intensity all the way down to 0. Right, now go back to this texture tab here, click that, hit new, and we're going to load out our wall texture. Hit open and choose our wall texture that we already made and hit open image. That probably still too big. We go to the UV and image editor again, click that and select the wall, hit tab to enter the edit mode, and then on this click this and choose our wall so that we can see a little better, and click this one to make a group select. Click that and position this somewhere, and also this, and maybe this, position this like so, and select both of them. Maybe we position this like so, click that and like so, and select all of them, scale them along the x-axis maybe, and scale them up. Oh, sorry, select this one, and this one, scale them up like so, and probably scale this like so, and scale this down, like so. Also this one, scale this down, position this one also, press G, position this, scale this down a little bit, and this one also. Okay, now hit tab to and exit the edit mode. After we finish creating our wall texture, all we need to do is create the door for this. Just select the post here and duplicate that, press shift D and position this somewhere like so. First we need to make sure if this is the front, press 1. No, it's not the front. Then we're going to move this to the front, drag this somewhere like so and position this there. Now scale this down along the z-axis by pressing S then Z, something like that. And we also need to duplicate this by pressing shift D, bring this here, and we also duplicate this again, press shift D, bring this up, and we're going to rotate this along the y-axis by pressing R, then Y, and 9, then 0. Now go to the front view and position this somewhere like so, maybe like so, and scale this along the x-axis. Done. Now after we finish creating our door, we need the door itself. Simply by duplicating this post, shift D, bring this here, scale this along the y-axis to make it a slightly thinner, and scale this along the x-axis like so. Okay, and position this like so. Go to the front view. Okay, hit A to exit the edit mode. Now we need to create the line here. Select this post, go to the front view, shift D, press G, position that somewhere like there, and scale this along the x-axis. Okay, hit now press A to deselect all, and we're going to review our house. It's doing great. And maybe we also going to make another variation of this house. First, we're going to duplicate this post like so, shift D, bring this somewhere like so, and rotate this along the y-axis by 90 degrees. Press R, Y, and 90. Go to the front view and press G, make something like this. Also duplicate, shift D, bring this here, go to the side view, and also duplicate that, shift D, and rotate along the z-axis, RZ90, and go to the top view by pressing 7 and position that somewhere like so. And select one of our pole, not post, duplicate that, bring this here, go to the front view, press 1 and bring that down somewhere like so, and duplicate that, shift D, and go to this, no, go to the top view, press 7 and bring this here. Okay, now we can also I think not. Now next thing we do, we want to join all of this house, but first we need to create a duplicate for this house in case we want to make a further change. For this, press B to make a box select and select all of this house mesh, and press shift D to make a duplicate and set this aside. oops, we also duplicate the light there. Click that and X and delete. Now with this duplicate, we're going to move this duplicate to the second layer. Press P to select the second house here. Hit M and select this to move this house to second layer. So this is the second layer and this is the first layer. Now in this first layer, we're going to join this all. Is simply by press P. Oh, before we do that, we need to create the base for our join. We select our what is this, a foundation for our house, and select the material tab here, and we also going to add a new material for this. Hit new, and in this thing here, click that, and we're going to choose our roof material. Hit new again and select our wall material. Hit new again and select our wood material. Now okay, after that is done, we're going to select all of this and we're going to right click the foundation here. So basically that is going to make the foundation is what this all going to join to. Okay, I hope that makes sense. After it is all selected and the foundation is on the yellow outline here, go to the find the in the side panel left here, find the sculpt, I think, to this sculpt, then hit union, and what it does is basically joining all the mesh but messing up with our mesh. How is that so? Oh, okay, let's undo that. We're going to do this again. We're going to disable the double side off, or sorry, I forgot here. Okay, let's disable double side off. Let's check that and hit union, and it's still doing that. What happened? Undo that again. Wait, let me see, not symmetrize. We don't want symmetrize. Okay, I'm going to post the video here, or maybe not. I'm just going to make a join this by Control J. Actually, this is not too many vertices. It's only 240 vertices and have only 185 faces. That is a reasonable number, I think, and we still can optimize this better, but for this one, let's leave it this way. Okay, now after we join this house, sorry about the unknowing me back there, because I'm not know everything. And yeah, so back again, select this house and we're going to rename this house to a house. We need to rename that so that it's going to be easier for us later if we have bunch of mess. Now next thing we're going to do is creating a tree for the asset for this level. Okay, hit 5, go to the perspective view, and we're going to move this house to the other layer. select the house, hit M, and move this house to third layer somewhere like there. You can find it here. Okay, and go to the first layer, pressing this one. To create the tree, we need to create a another cube. Shift A, create a cube, hit tab to enter the edit mode, and press G, Z, and 1. Hit enter is basically you know that. Now what we do, I made a mistake. It's not a cube that we need. Sorry, my mind is jumping all over the place. Hit tab to exit the edit mode and hit X to delete this. What we need to make is a cylinder. Now, after we create the cylinder, don't click anything. Go to this left side panel here, and we're going to reduce the vertex count to 6. Hit enter, and we make our tree as low poly as possible. Now hit tab to enter the edit mode, and guess what? We press G and Z and then 1 and hit enter to make this cylinder sit along the ground plane. Okay, hit tab to exit this edit mode and scale this down a little bit, like so, and hit tab to enter the edit mode. Go to the face select tool and select the bottom face, hit X and delete face, because yes, we don't need it and we're not going to see it anyway. Now select this edge select tool, right click on the edge and scale this up. Scale this up like so, and we're also going to select this top here, put this down somewhere like so, and extrude. Press E to extrude, scale this down a little bit, go to the front view and hit 5, probably bring this to the side like so, rotate this a little bit and start shaping. Hit E to make an extrude, rotate, scale this down, E again to extrude, scale this down, rotate a little bit, E again, and scale this down. Okay, probably hit Alt, hold Alt and right click on this edge, bring this somewhere like so. Also hold Alt and hold on this edge and shape it like so. And now we need to create a branch for this. There is a lot of way to create one, and for me, I'm just going to go with by pressing K to make a cut and make a cut there, 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 and there. Hit enter, and then choose face select tool, select some of this face, hit E to extrude, and it S, X, and 0. Hit enter. Probably rotate that a little bit. Go to the front view, make a rotate, make a slight adjustment, scale this a little bit, extrude, and so on. Okay, I think just 2 branches is enough for this tutorial. So hit 5, go to the perspective view. Now go to the edge select tool. We're going to select this edge and this edge, make a go to the safe setting and UV and mark seam, We also going to hold Alt and right click on this edge and mark seam, and also go to the top view, hit Alt, select those edges, mark seam, and also this edge and mark seam, and also this edge and mark seam. Now hit tab to exit the edit mode, and we're going to make this smooth setting. Go to the tool here, and in the setting tab here, select smooth. Now we're going to apply a material for this tree. Okay, go to this material tab here, hit new, and name this to tree, hit enter. Also decrease the intensity of the specular down all the way to 0, and go to this texture tab here, click new, and choose our wood texture. There, we can't see our texture, that's because we're not unwrapping this tree yet. Okay, hit tab to go to the edit mode, hit A to select all. Oops, the chicken is making sound there. What we do next? Okay, go to the setting and UV and hit unwrap. Now again we separate the screen here and choose the UV image editor and choose our wood texture there. Select this and scale this up somewhere like so. Position this like so, and also we're going to scale this one also. Okay, after we done that, we can set this aside, hit tab to exit the edit mode. All we have to do next is creating the leaf. Now to create the leaf, we're going to make the same method as we creating the grass for the first series of this tutorial. First, we're going to create a plane. Bring this there. Then hit tab to enter the edit mode, and we're also going to unwrap this. Unwrap. Hit tab again to exit the edit mode. And we're also going to apply a material for this. Hit new material. Rename this to leaf. Hit enter and bring down the specular intensity all to 0, and also we're going to enable transparency and bring down the alpha all the way to 0. And now we need a material for this. Go to the material tab here, hit new material, texture 5. We're going to name this to leaf, and we're also going to need create a new material. Just hit this new with the plus sign here, click that, hit new, name this to leaf, and make the size I think 124 is okay, and click the color here, click that, and bring the alpha all the way down to 0, then click OK. Now after all that done, we're going to separate our screen here and change this to a UV image editor, and we're going to select our leaf there. Now we're going to save this texture. Just hit this image here, click that, and save as image, and save it as leaf. Hit save. Next, we're going to change this from view, click that, and hit paint. And also we're going to press this tiny plus icon here to bring up the paint menu like so. And we're also going to need a texture for our brush, so go ahead and load our texture, and in this our texture tab here, click this red and white checker box there. Click that, hit new and open, and we're going to load up our brush. For this I already make a leaf texture there with the alpha channel in it, and if you want to know how to create the brush texture, it's also on the first series of these videos. Just go there and I have the link on the description. Click that, hit open image, and now we have our brush texture. Next we go to the texture here and load up our leaf there, and we're going to change the brush mapping from tile to view plane and check rake and then check random. We also going to change the paint curve there and choose this one, and also we're going to change the color to a slightly dark green like so, and we're going to start painting. Okay, I hope this show up on the screen recorder, because the last time I'm doing something like this, my screen recorder is freeze and it's just showing image of it's just showing a still image with me still talking, and I don't know. But hopefully this one turned out alright. Now after we create that as a base, we're going to select a slightly bright color, something like so. Make another paint, maybe like so. Make a slight variation on this. Oh, it's getting lucky. It's getting luck. Hmm. I'm drawing a tree. Okay, make another light texture there. Maybe make an add like so, not too much. Bring this down a little bit. I could stick with the mix. Bring this up all the way to 100 to 1, not 100. Make a random click all over the place. Okay, for the sake of this time of this tutorial, I'm going to say this is a wonderful texture of leaf there, and we also going to save this, save as image, and save this as leaf and save. Okay, now why the leaf is not showing up our plane here? It's because we need to go to the material here, the texture material here, click that, and we need to check the alpha. There, it's now showing up. Okay, set this aside and hit tab on this plane. We're going to make a cut by pressing K on the keyboard. Click there and click somewhat there. Hit enter, also hit K again. Make a cross like so. Hit enter and probably make another cut here. Like so. Hit enter, and also going to make a loop cut by pressing Ctrl R here. Click there and click again. Now we're going to select this, bring this up, also select this edge, bring this up, this vertex also, and probably select this edge, scale this up like so, this one also, bring this up, and maybe bring the bottom one down, this also down. Okay, now hit tab to exit the edit mode and going to make the setting to smooth and position this to our twist here. Bring this up like so. Wait, I'm going to make a duplicate for this, Shift D, and bring this down. Set this aside for further use. Now we're going to scale this up, something like so, and position this somewhere. Make a duplicate, Shift D, bring this up, scale this down a little bit, maybe scale this along the Z axis, bring this up, rotate to make a slight variation, and maybe duplicate, bring this here, position this, make a slight adjustment on the position, scale this down, and you get the idea. Duplicate, scale this down, maybe rotate, yes, something like this. Okay, now that we done creating our trees, press P to select all of this and make duplicate as usual. Shift D to make a duplicate and set this aside and move this duplicate to another layer. And we're going to join all of this to one mesh. Press P to select all, and then here hold shift there and right click on this tree here to make this the yellow, so that the tree is basically the leaf is basically joining to this tree. Okay, now press Ctrl G. After that done, we're going to rename this to a tree. Okay, so I think I'm going to call this asset tutorial done here, and for the rest, just like the fence or the barrel or the box or anything like that, I think you get the idea how to create that. And to save a time, I'm going to end this tutorial for this second chapter here, and we're going to go to the third, the next chapter for this tutorial is the last chapter, is creating the level itself or creating the scene itself. And yeah, so hopefully you learn something from this, and thank you for watching. See you again on the next video, hopefully, and have a good life, and bye bye. Thank you.